Hey there friends, it's me Peter. Merry Christmas Eve and welcome to day 24 of my 25 Days of Christmas reviews and day 5 of my look at A Christmas Carol and its adaptations. Today is my last review of the season, my friends, and I'm really excited to end it on one final adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Believe it or not, this version of A Christmas Carol actually tied for first place in the survey I gave out with 3 votes. The other one that got 3 votes was Scrooged. The other one, and the one I'm reviewing today, is Disney's A Christmas Carol from 2009. Now, going into this movie, I knew it had mixed reviews, and quite honestly, I never had any interest in seeing this movie. If I recall correctly, the first time I ever heard of it, I was actually at Old Orchard, the mall right by my house, and I remember seeing a poster for it on a marquee somewhere, and it just didn't look all that interesting. Part of that is because I'm not really a huge Jim Carrey fan, but, believe it or not, he actually surprised me in this movie. The movie's done with motion capture, and while you could tell it's Jim Carrey playing Scrooge at times, I oftentimes forgot about it. Even though I was looking at his face and could tell that this was Jim Carrey, I oftentimes forgot about him. It's kind of weird to explain, but that's how I felt. Also, because this movie was computer generated, they were very creative with certain aspects of it. I really loved how they handled the Ghost of Christmas Past and actually made them kind of like a candle almost, which is how it was described in the book if I'm not mistaken. Keep in mind I've never actually read the book. And the animation on the people I felt was really good, for the most part. The kids I don't think it turned out very well on, and the animals look incredibly fake in certain scenes. But honestly, on Jim Carrey's Scrooge and on the other characters, it looks perfectly fine, and I've got no problem with that. To me, the biggest drawback of this movie is that it's too over the top. Part of this was because the movie was clearly designed to be aired in IMAX theaters. You could definitely tell, even if you weren't aware of this going into it, which I was. I was aware that this was an IMAX movie. There's scenes where they're shooting down tunnels, they're flying over the city at one point, and then there's this really weird scene that was added just for this movie where Scrooge gets shrunk down, literally runs through the sewers, and he starts speaking in a really high voice, and it just took me out of the movie for a second. I know they meant for it to be scary, I know they meant for it to be shown in IMAX, but when you're not watching it on IMAX TV like I wasn't, it just wasn't all that interesting. And like I said, some scenes are a little too over the top for my taste. Like when the Ghost of Christmas Present disappears, he doesn't just disappear, he dies. And it's quite gruesome the way he actually does. Some people might like it. I thought it was okay. Don't know if I would show the scene to children though, because it's kind of graphic and disturbing for them. Also, because you have Jim Carrey playing Scrooge, you obviously have to have some comedic moments too. And I just thought they were kind of dumb. There's a scene where he's kicking up a barrel with his feet, and it was just kind of pointless to me. I just didn't see the point of it. Also, when Scrooge snuffs out the Ghost of Christmas Past, he then goes shooting off like a rocket into the sky, almost hits outer space at one point, and it just didn't do anything for me. I just wasn't interested in it. But while it was over the top and some parts took me out of the movie, I don't hate it. In fact, I actually liked it a lot. I've actually heard that this is one of the more accurate adaptations of the book. They even include scenes that haven't been in any other movies. One part I personally liked was towards the end of the movie when Scrooge has reformed and he starts dancing around with the woman working at his house. It's hilarious, mostly because the only other movie that had that scene was the 1951 version, at least that I can recall. You have his poor housekeeper running off screaming, "He's gone mad, he's gone mad." I actually laughed out loud at that. It was pretty good. I'd say the 2009 version of A Christmas Carol is kind of middling, so as a result, it gets a middling score. I give Disney's A Christmas Carol a 3 out of 5. Thanks for watching my final Christmas review of the season, my friends. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, simply click that subscribe button down below. But wait a minute, didn't I say this was 25 days of Christmas reviews? I've only done 24 days. Fear not, my friends, because tomorrow I will have a special presentation where I count down the top 10 movies I've reviewed this season. But until then, this is Peter saying see you later.